y'all, I'm T, and today we are going to be doing our first ever video. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm just going to be doing a really basic look for our first one. It is with one of my very favorite palettes, which is Blush Crush by ColourPop. This beauty's got a Super Shock in there. It's got some other lovely colors. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, oh, this lighting's not great. I'm going to do this on my face, and then I'm going to go smoke a bowl. Then we're going to do this side of my face, and we're going to see how it turns out. So join me. All right, so the first thing that I like to do is primer. My favorite, e.l.f. All Day Hold. It's cheap and it works. So fan-fucking-tastic, win-win. So I need to remember not to do both sides of my face. That is going to be a challenge. All right. So I'm all primered up. And I am going to do a pretty basic, like, daytime look. I'm actually cheating. I'm going to recreate what I wore to work today. So we're just going to take, it's this guy right here called Lovesick. And I like to do a nice base color all over my whole lid so that everything blends really nicely. Cool, so I use my giant brush from ColourPop. I'm a cheap ass, so I love my ColourPop brushes and I love my BH brushes. And I just got these fuckers from Amazon and they're kind of shitty, but it was 10 bucks for like 20 brushes. So whatever, some of them work and it's all good. So I have a fuck ton of brushes, so pardon me while I take a while to find which one I'm looking for. So I have one of these fancy doodles here, one of these color switches. Let's do that. So now I'm going with my ColourPop E1, and it's a fluffy little fucker. And I'm going to go in with Made You Blush, and boom, little pink, cool. Love it. Okay, so I like to go in like kind of gentle at first and then kind of build up. And I'm the queen of fallout. I don't know if it's just me or what's up, but so I like to do my eyes first, because if I do my face first, I just end up with this pixie dust shit going on all over my face of like sparkle and color and nonsense. So I don't love it. So I'm gonna do that. And then what I love to do is take like a really fluffy brush like this one from BH and fluff the fuck out of it. Cool, okay. And then I'm gonna go in with a kind of smaller brush. Like this fucker from Clinique. I've had this bad boy for like 15 years. And you know what? She still works. I love her. So we're gonna go in, we're still in Made You Blush. And we're just gonna like kind of add a little bit. Okay, so here's where we're at now. Ooh, there we go. This lighting is not great. So I promised my husband that I was gonna actually do this. And I have ADHD, so I'm not fantastic at following up on anything. So my husband told me that if I actually go ahead and make a couple videos and people watch them, he will bless my purchase of buying a proper ring light and tripod and all that kind of shit. So if you can bear with me for a couple shitty videos that are of really poor quality, you'll get some payback in terms of getting some better quality videos that are shot like with a proper lighting and a tripod and shit. So hang in there, guys. I promise it'll be worth it. So I went in with cheek to cheek here, and it's not as dark as I want. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one of these flat little fuckers. This is E3 from ColourPop. It's cute. And I'm gonna go in with How Rouge. And I love that because it really reminds me of Michelle Tanner. So we're gonna How Rouge it up here. Fantastic. And so I like to make the corner nice and dark. Now I'm a baby. Like, I watched this Bailey, I can't remember her name, but you know, the murder and makeup girl, Bailey Saroyan, whatever her name is. And I'm fucking astonished because she will put on all these dark colors and it looks so bomb. And I put on dark colors and I look like I got punched in the eye. So, so yeah, I can't pull that shit off. So, I go in a couple times just to kind of build that shit up. Yeah. And here we are, we're gonna blend that motherfucker. Now, I'm gonna do a little cut crease. And I have a secret for you. I'm shit at cut creases. I've done them like maybe 10 times, so I'm not fantastic. But you know what? She's gonna work for me today. I can just feel it. It's a Friday. I have lots of sativa, and I have lots of snacks to eat after doing keto. So I've got tons of pork rinds, and I have a good feeling about this. So what we're gonna do is I just bought this e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer in white. It's like the whitest white ever. It's fantastic. And we're gonna cut crease this. So we're gonna take it on our brush and we're gonna kind of put it at our lash line here. And then we're gonna open our eye and like stare at the sky like a terrifying horror movie. And that is where we're gonna cut crease too. And then we're just gonna cross our fingers that like I can make a proper fucking half moon. And it's a thing. It's kind of happening. I can see it. Okay, cool. So, moving right along here. Let's make sure that we kind of blend her out there. Oh, fuck. We went a little too far. Okay. That's okay. She's still good. She's still good. We're good. Okay. Cool. So, here we are. Now, here comes the fun part. We're gonna take a little baby brush, little tiny guy. He's a Sephora. And we're gonna go in. Now, do I wanna do Super Shock or do I not? Super Shock. Now, we're gonna Super Shock this fucker. I'm hesitant because I feel like it's gonna be harder when I am baked to Super Shock, but we're gonna try it. Okay, cool. No, she don't look that good. Okay, hold on. Let's just get more on her brush. Some people do Super Shock with their fingers. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me, but I'm just not talented enough to do that shit. I'm telling you, it's not good. So, I'm feeling reasonably confident about this now with my little baby brush. Just kind of baby brushing it, give it a little stroke. There we go, She. You got her. Okay. Shit. It's looking fairly reasonable. Okay. Beauty. Love it. Okay. So, now we're going to take this big mama brush, this flat little fucker, again, and we're going to go in. Now, I will say, the one thing that I fucking hate about ColourPop is that they're old palettes. Like, I've got some, you know, like Lilac You Lot, shit like that. They've got a mirror, and it's beautiful for doing your eyes, right? But unfortunately, these pretty new ones, it's cardboard, no mirror. So that's kind of shitty. But anyway, we'll survive. We can do it. Okay, so now I'm going to take some Blossom Up. So that's this little shimmery dew over here. And we're going to just kind of blend it in there. I think this is like the world's most failurific cut crease. And I'm not even baked yet, so that's saying something. But anyway, so we're going to do that. And then we're going to take Enamored, which is this shimmery little fucker. And we're going to put him, oh shit, flipped it around. We're going to put him right here. Yes, queen. He's looking good. Okay, so I'm going to bring the camera over here for a second so you guys can see this. So she's got a bit of a cut crease, but right now I got stripes on my eyes. So we're going to fix that shit. Fuck, I should have put the camera over here. You can see me better. Look at this shit. Anyway, like I say, if you keep watching, she will invest in a tripod. It'll be cool. So now what I'm going to do is, also, I'm really, really bad at using this thing because I like to use a towel. I'm sure it's probably bad for my brushes and shit, but here's the deal. I just don't care. So I'm going to blend that fucker out. Okay. Look at that. Ta-da! Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to find my liner. And I'm being really brave. Oh shit, I have an old one and a new one. And I don't know which one's which. Oh, this is fun. So I think this is the new one. Nope. Sure isn't. It's this fucker. Oh, look at that sharp point. Beautiful, sharp, sharp, sharp. Okay, so we're gonna put a little line. Beauty. And then we're gonna take that little line. We're gonna drag her. Now, I've got really weird fucking eyes. I've got these eyes here. I'll come over here. You come with me. Come hang out with Mama. So, ooh, I can't do it while I'm looking at the thing. Oh, holy shit. Ooh, she done fucked up. But hey, look at that. From far away, you can't even tell. It looks pretty good. So, I've got these fucked up eyes because they're like a little hooded, but they're a little almond shaped. And like, I don't even know what's going on with them, girls. So, we are, yeah, we're just making it work. I've lost the lid. Jesus Christ. Basically, this is like an adventure in like getting stoned. It's an adventure in what it's like to have ADHD and do anything because you have poor executive functioning, and it's a lesson in makeup. So like, fan-fucking-tastic. Okay, so now I've got my wing. I'm gonna go in with Lise Watier 24-Hour Glam Mascara. So I'm Canadian. I don't know, I think you have this shit in the States, but it's beautiful. And you know what? I just fucked up. I put my lashes before I put my foundation, which is weird. And I never do that. But anyway, I'm also not a professional. I blink my mascara, and I know I'm supposed to be fancy and do this shit. But let's be honest, I am no makeup artist. I do shit the way that I've always done shit. And I've been putting my mascara on like that since I was like 17. So then, what I do is I take my friend the cotton pad, and I take my friend the micellar water, and we go like this, and we just get rid of all that sparkly shit that was under our eyes, because we got fallout like coming out the wazoo, man. So I take that, whoop, she gone, she good. Okay, this is the fun part. How am I going to do this? You know what? I'm not going to use NYX today. I'm not going to use it because in honor of this being our first episode, I'm going to use my trusty e.l.f. Puff Puff Primer because she's pretty. She got a little pot leaf. It's perfect. I like this stuff. I haven't bought any more because I'm a spendthrift and I don't generally buy new shit unless I need it. So I have 2 primers. I mean, I say that and like I have fucking 90 palettes, but yeah, I try not to. Okay, so I've tried to prime half my face. It's a thing that's happening. We'll see. We'll see how she goes. Okay, so, and then I'm going to go light today. I'm going to go with NYX Bear With Me. And this is, I don't know what color am I? Natural Soft Beige. Makes me feel so pretty. Pasty as fuck is what color I am. But anyway. So, we throw some of that fucker on our hand, and then I look for my sponge. I've pre-cleaned it. I'm a weirdo. I clean my sponge, like, every time. You know that? And I don't feel like that's something a lot of people do. But I have had quite the skin journey. I'm, like, old as fuck. And I had really shit acne until about 6 months ago, when my dermatologist finally put me on spironolactone. And so I'm really particular about cleaning the shit that goes on my skin because I've just dealt with adult acne for so long. So I watch a lot of like professional makeup people, and they will do the concealer first sometimes, and sometimes they'll do it second. I find I just like to do it first, or second rather, because, oh fuck, I like to do it second because it blends better. That's the only reason I do it that way. So anyway, and I'm not as like precise as them. Like I'm like, here's some dark shit in my nose, let's get rid of that. And here's some dark shit under my eyes, let's get rid of that. And I think it's working okay. I mean, a lot of people I work with think I'm in my 20s, so we'll take it. Cool. Okay, blend the fuck out of that, like with a little bounce, 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 bounce. Bounce, 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 bounce. Okay. And there she is. So, she's looking okay. She's pretty decent. So, I'm missing my brows. Gotta do those fuckers. So, you'll see I'm really obsessed with ColourPop. So, I like to use ColourPop. And they don't make this anymore. It's really fucking disappointing. But this is their brow color in Cool Cocoa. And this I do use my Little Mermaid brush. And I'm just gonna brush these fuckers up. Now I am blessed with the eyebrows that, 2002 gave me. So basically, none, 0 eyebrows. I have the eyebrows of a fucking, I don't even know. They're so bad. They're so missing. There's fucking nothing there. And I've lost my eyebrow brush. I'm very put together here. I think on my next episode, maybe what I'll do is I'll pull out everything beforehand so you don't have to watch me struggle. Because wow, this is a lot of brushes, man. Jesus Christ. Okay. So this is my favorite little brush friend. And he's a BH Cosmetics. And he's cute. And he's double-sided with a spoolie on one side. Beautiful. Now the one problem I have with this product is it does tend to start getting kind of cakey. But I digress. So far I love it. And you know what? I'm a sweaty beast. And it stays put. So I'll take it. So I do my underneath. And then I kind of fill in this shit a little bit. And, yeah, there we go. Wow, I made that a little bold, but anyway, that's kosher. What else? I wonder if the fucking side I do when I'm high is gonna look better than the other side. It might, eh? Jesus. Okay, so I've got a bit of mascara on there. I didn't do a great job, fuck. Okay, and I was gonna do lashes, but you know what? This has run quite a while. So I might just skip them. And I might just progress a little bit to my beat here. So I'm gonna take, not my wet sponge. I have 2 twinny sponges, so I'm gonna take my dry one. And I'm gonna take a little bit of this e.l.f. powder. It goes under your eyeball. And then I'm going to take some my e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. And I'm going to take her and I just fucking put her everywhere. Because you know what? I'm a grease bag. And I need that. So, cool. All right. And then, I think we're not going to go too bold today. We're just going to go with ColourPop again. Super Shock Cheek, and it's in Birthday Suit. So we're gonna do that. Again, I'm gonna take my brush that I've had since 2002. It's a Clinique. It's a fucking beautiful, Clinique A+. Good for you, man, because you make a beautiful product. Let me tell you, it's stunning. It still works like the day I bought it. So anyway, this is my look. And here, let's take our hair down so we look like a normal fucking human. Okay. So, as you can see, dropping shit. So this is the side that I'm doing now. And then this side still looks like a haggard old witch. So we're gonna go get stoned. And then we're gonna record the next one. And we're gonna see. Hey guys. Okay, so it's 12 minutes later according to my phone. And it is right side of my face o'clock. So cool. I love it. All right. Oh, I should wash my hands. Okay, so I forgot to close my door. So then my husband can hear me and I sound like I'm talking to myself. Okay, so once again, we're gonna prime that shit with e.l.f. because I'm still cheap as fuck on this side too. And yeah. Prime that shit. Let's do it. Okay. That bad boy looks lovely. And, okay. Shit. I wish that I would have left the brushes out for myself. I wasn't thinking of future me, So anyway, we're going to take this Blush Crush in Lovesick. That's what we did last time, I think. You're going to slather that all over the lid. Okay. And then, so that's that. And then what we did is we took this ColourPop beauty. She's so pretty. And we dipped her and made you blush, okay? And we're gonna make this eyelid blush. We're gonna make that fucker blush all the way over to here. And then we're gonna like blush in the corner here, like a little pat. That's nice, she likes that. And then maybe we'll just blend that shit again. And after we do that, we're gonna get cheek to cheek. And some cheek to cheek action is about to go down over here. Okay. Ooh, that's darker than I thought she was gonna be. Okay. That's not even the darkest color yet. Fuck. This is gonna be intense. So then we get in there with a Hyde rouge. And like, we splatter her all over the corners here. Okay. And then we take this little mixing fucker, right? Like this floofy dude. And we like really blend that shit. And doesn't look as dark as the other eye. So I guess that means that we need more. So we take this flat fuck, right? And shit. I just caught the eyeshadow off that. That's amazing. The fuck? Why is this so much funnier? Like, it's not even fair, right? Like, man, you know, this is just a better way to live life. Like, do you think that maybe, okay, if we just decided to start being high all the time, right? So like at first, ooh, I need the concealer because I'm gonna cut crease it. Anyway, okay, so here's what it is that like at first, everyone would be like, look at these fuckers who are high even when they come to work as police officers and lawyers. But then like, if we were in a constant state of high all the time, then what would happen? What would happen is we'd just be used to it. And so then like even the smartest people who did science and stuff, scary face, they would, holy, that crease, that's fucking huge. I have giant eyelids, you guys. Anyway, so if all those people were high, then, oh, this is a bad job. Oh no. I got too interested in talking and I forgot. Here's the eye. That's not a cut crease. That's a fucking Dalmatian spot is what that is. Jesus Christ. T, what are you doing? Okay. I'm gonna fix it. Because I can fix the thing. So, for example, if we were all high, like all the time, and even like doctors and lawyers and judges and shit were high all the time, then like, oh, I just blended that so good, y'all. Anyway, so what would happen is that would be everyone's state that they're accustomed to being in. And so I think that then, like, we could still be high and have a society. You know, and maybe, like, people would be more kind and we'd have less homelessness if everybody was high all the time, right? Because, like, you know how when you're high and you're just hanging out and you're like, cool, man, let's all get along, right? Like, whereas when people are sober, they're not like that. They fucking hate each other. They judge each other on the color of their skin, and they judge each other on, like, how much money they make and shit. But, like, if we were just all high all the time, that wouldn't even be a thing that would happen, you know? Because we'd all be happy. So, in conclusion, when I run for government in, like, 3 years, 2 years? When's Canada having the next election? That would be my platform anyway that I would run on, is that everybody just a little baked all the time and like life would be happier. And you know, it's really funny because it makes 100% sense to me. But then I know that in the morning when I watch this and I look at how fucking beautiful the job I'm doing here because I'm an artist, I won't understand what I was saying. And all of you who are watching at home, so that you can fund my ring light, all of you would be like, yes, we get it. We understand what she's saying. And it would be great if you were all high. Okay, so liner. I don't know if you're supposed to shake it. I shake it and I keep it upside down. I don't even think that makes sense, but maybe somebody at home can tell me if I'm right or wrong. So you do your little doodle line here, okay? Like this one. And then you take your little finger and you hold it like that. Ooh, that's a big ass line, Jesus. This is not turning out as good as like I thought I was going to. And it does not look like the other side. You know, do you just think that some of those really weird artists, like the ones that are into things like cubism, you know, do you think that they were just like really high and they were just doing their best at trying to recreate something, and then they were so bad at recreating something that they actually came up with their own abstract art? Because I think that's a really interesting thought. I think they did a better job on this side. Tomorrow will tell. I mean, that wasn't good. I didn't do a good job of putting the primer in my face, but okay. Do you think maybe Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is just a book? And meanwhile, I haven't read this book since I was like 12, so like, I mean, don't blame me if I have the idea wrong, but like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, they're supposed to be different people, right? Like, isn't Mr. Hyde supposed to be this like really caring, like wonderful dude who's like maybe he's a doctor. His name is Dr. Jekyll. So Mr. Dr. Jekyll is maybe he's actually like a really nice person, and then he does cocaine or like crystal maybe, because that one fucks you up. Like, that is not a great idea. So maybe what happens is that Dr. Jekyll is one of those, oh my gosh, I forgot it. Okay, remember those doctors in the 60s? So like, oh my god, the plot thickens even. This is how Gerard Way came up with the Umbrella Academy. Okay, guys? He came up with it because he was high and he had these crazy ideas, because an ADHD brain mixed with sativa is just like the most wonderful idea-y brain in the whole world. And so anyway, so what if Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, which mind you was written in like the 1860s? I don't know. But anyway, so let's say that it was actually written by, oh my god, okay, so in the 1960s, okay, in our present timeline, there is a doctor who is a psychiatrist, old school style, who's testing medication on himself, and he's testing LSD, okay, because it's transcendental, and because for people that do have legitimate mental health disorders, it actually can help them so much, right? So, and like people living through trauma, stuff like that. So anyway, so Dr. Jekyll is a fucking doctor in the 60s, okay, and then he is like a psychedelic doctor, and so what happens is he takes LSD, okay, and that makes him hallucinate, and he figures out a way through his hallucinations to create a time machine, because he's smart, he's a doctor, right? Like, he's not stupid, he's not like a stupid person who uses drugs, he's just a doctor who's trying them for medical reasons, right? So what he does is like he makes a time machine from this idea that he comes up with when he's a little bit, well, no, if he's on LSD, he's fucked. Anyways, if he's on LSD, is the point. And then what happens is, fuck, my executive functioning is shit right now. Like, what even is going on? Wow. So, Dr. Jekyll, using LSD, comes up with a fucking magical time machine, because the LSD makes his brain like just open up like Einstein, right? So anyway, so then he invents this time machine, then he goes back to like 1860 something, which is when I think, you know, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde was written, okay? So you have extra time is written, and you look, and meanwhile, it's like, it's not a fucking old wives' tale, and it's not something that, what's his name, like Silverstein or Silver something Stein, who wrote that? Anyway, so it's not that he was really creative and that he wrote this masterpiece work of art, right? Like, the real thing would be is that he is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and the reason that he's that is because fucker, I can't find this brush. Oh, did I leave it out for myself? I did. I'm so nice to myself. Cool. I found this too. It's ColourPop. So anyway, Jesus Christ. T, you're crazy. So anyway, so what happens is that Dr. Jekyll is Mr. Hyde, but he's still doing these LSD science experiments, right? So when people see him, he's Dr. Jekyll, and then he takes the LSD and becomes Mr. Oh, fuck, that's bad. Mr. Hyde. Oh my god, I fucked it up so bad. But anyway, what's actually happening, right, is that they're the same, except one of them's all fucking high as a kite, is what happens. So, yeah. So really, he's a time traveler that only exists because he made himself. So I guess that's where it doesn't really work. Like, it's not like Back to the Future. Did I just describe Back to the Future? Right? Because doesn't he have to fuck his mom in order for him to exist? So that he's basically his fucking, like, his own brother and his own father and his own grandpa. But also he's him. And that would cause... The chromosomes don't like that shit, you know? I'm sorry, I had a sniffle from the coughing. The chromosomes don't like it. It would cause some problems. Like, Marty McFly, your baby should really have, like, 15 toes. And that's not anything to say against babies who do have 15 toes. But it's just like, Marty, that was fucking irresponsible of you. Consanguinity is a real problem. And it affects many communities. And, I mean, you're just a fucking American kid, aren't you, Marty? I don't get it. Why you just thought that was okay to fuck your grandma. I mean, I don't know if I've ever actually seen that movie, so maybe he doesn't fuck his grandma, and that's just like the twist as you think he's going to. I mean, that could totally be it. In that case, I'm sorry, Marty, for the confusion, and for calling your grandma a pedophile, basically, but, yeah. So, this is our finished look. It feels like a big kink in my hair, but whatever. And, geez, I've been talking for a long time. So here's eye number 1, okay? So I would give that like a 4 out of 10. It's not fantastic. And here's eye number 2. And I'm not gonna lie, like, she cute. Like, oh, she crooked. What's happening? So, here we are. So which one would you prefer? I prefer the big dye. Like, I think a little sativa really was helpful. There's my face, and I think, yeah, my fat little chin, I look beautiful. So I'm gonna go with sativa for this one. That's my thing. I've just figured it out. We're gonna do a rating system every week on my look. It's gonna be great. So I give this one a 4 buds out of 10. And we'll see you guys next week. Thanks.